All right, we're recording. Alicia and Rebecca, y'all got.
Hello, everyone, and we're here for our monthly professional development. We want to welcome everyone here. Today's session is going to be a little different. Rather than just present, what we wanted to do is just give you all an opportunity to ask any questions that you may have in regards to summer programming, some of the information that has been shared with you all previously, anything dealing with field trips, the process, of that nature. So we kind of want to just open it up and give you an opportunity. Also, if you have any questions about if you're dealing with multiple grants, how does that look when it comes to using different funds to be able to fund your program, not only just for the summer, but also during the academic school year. So if you have any questions, we thought it would be an opportunity to just open up. If not, then we're going to just kind of go over a few things with you all. If you don't have any questions, so you can either put it in the chat or raise your hand. I think you do have a hand up. No, we don't. I'm sorry. Anyone have a question? So everybody's good with summer programming and field trips.
And even if you have questions in reference, if you're going through the compliance monitoring right now, if you have questions in reference to submitting it to Workspace this is the time for you to ask those questions as well.
Okay, I think somebody's asking about attendance for if they have the literacy in the 21st century. I think Alicia, you can speak to that.
Yes, so if you have two summer programs going on, you still need to maintain your attendance for both programs. However, the summer learnings program, however, they're doing their attendance, but you remember that any students that are attending the summer learning program must have a registration form on file for the 21st century summer program. So when those students transfer over, then you will take that attendance for them during that time through easy reports of when they have entered into your program for the 21st century. So we want to continue that process because we still have to collect our data when it comes to the USDOE. Very good question.
Somebody asked about when Easy Report will open for the summer. So the system should open, and there's a pop-up that is going to pop up when you are on there now. But the system will open on May the 28th. That'll be a Tuesday. It normally opens a little bit early, so I requested it to be open because I wanted to make sure that it was open before most people started summer camp. If you are have a lot of people right now who are having orientations for summer and they want to put that date in there, I will give you some instructions on how to set up your start date on like if you're having it next week. So set up your start date for, let's say, the 15th, but then not actually set up your sessions for until the date that your program starts so that you can put your orientation in your easy report because you want to document that. Put it in your easy report as the date that is actually occurring. So the new one will open on the 28th of May, and then data entry completion for the 23-24 will be June the 2nd. And there should be a message popping up on it right now that tells you that information.
Do we have any questions about personnel when it comes to, I'm not sure if anyone has a summer learning or another summer program camp going on in your building? Does everybody understand how to make sure that you can easily see how the funds are being um, issued to personnel, and making sure that uh, we're not blending anything, that we can truly see a pattern of where this teacher or any personnel is providing services, even if it's to both programs? Do we have any questions concerning that? So I guess we're good. I don't have any questions on that. Okay. So we just want to make sure that if you have, say, for instance, a 21st century teacher that would like or has been asked to also teach in the summer learning, you do know that there has to be two different activities or PARS reports that has to be done that shows the time that that teacher individual began to work the summer learning program. Let's just say if it was from 8 to 12, and then after lunch they began working for the 21st century. It should be on two separate personnel activity reports, with the time showing that it picked up for 21st century, say 12:30 or 12 or whatever the time might be. And then you have your activities so that it will be used to document the activities for the funding source that was used for the 21st century. So you don't want one activity report showing two different funding sources of activities going on in one report. So you want to make sure you keep them separate.
Are there any other questions in reference to the braiding of funds? Okay, so one of the things we need to make sure that you understand and know, I know that many of you already know that tomorrow's the deadline to submit your applications or your request for field trips for the summer. So if you have not done so today, between today and by the end of business on tomorrow, those all need to be submitted. Um, and one of the other things that we kind of talked about was the programming for the summer, and you realize that during the program for the summer, you also have to have a service learning project. And the only reason I'm mentioning that is because we had one of our sites to submit um, a little snippet of what their students are doing. Um, a little snippet of what their students are doing. And I wanted to make sure that we shared that with you all so that you can see some of the things that well, not we, but you all are doing across the state. And maybe if you want to reach out to them, they could probably provide you all with some type of insight on how they got their students together to do this presentation. So if you have it queued, Erica, you can go on and play that at this time.
Task Bus Service Learning 2024. Step 1. Investigate. To investigate, we asked what items were most needed in our community. Step 2. Preparation. To prepare, we created flyers to post around our school with information about the clothing drive. Step 3. Action. Now it was time to take action. We sent flyers home to all of the students at TASPA and hung the posters all around the school. Step 4, reflection. After our service learning clothing drive, we had time to reflect on the project. Step 5, celebrate. Now we get to celebrate our project and the work we did to help our community. We donated 38 bags of clothes. We filled 7 of these carts. Thank you to everyone that helped support our service learning project. Sincerely, TASPA Extended A students.
Okay, so that was TASPA, and that's a site that's located in Tuscaloosa City, and our students, well, the students there, they did a wonderful job presenting that. And you can see that that was basically a student-led project with the assistance of the teachers. And the students had an opportunity to really get into the service project, and they learned from that particular project, and they used all of those steps that are required for producing your service learning project. So if you have any questions, or if you want to reach out to Tuscaloosa City, I don't feel, I spoke with them, and Lindsay indicated that anyone that wants to reach out to them, that you can, and or Doctors Ingrid, um, I forgot Ingrid's last name. It just blew my mind. Just that, but anyway,
Edwards,
Ingrid,
I believe.
thank you, Ingrid Edwards.
That's okay.
But if you can reach out to one of them, and they will be more than happy to assist you all if you're having difficulty. But also remember that we're here to assist you all as well. So if you need help with anything as far as the summer learning is concerned, or any parts of your program, please reach out to us and let us know, so that we can assist you in a timely manner, so that you can stay abreast of all the things that are needed for implementing this 21st century grant. Okay. And then in the box, this will also be emailed out to you, so you can have it, that you can, if you want to try to replicate it with your site, then by all means you can do so. But it will be emailed out to you this week. Erica, do we have anything else, any other updates, or that we need to pass along to them?
Don't forget about the risk assessments. Those are due
Oh,
on
yeah.
the 20th. They are going in the link that I sent out. Um, Field trip, the request forms. Y'all make sure y'all get them in. We want our kids to be going on field trips, so don't think, that you don't want to do the paperwork, whatever, to get them in. If you need assistance with that, please let me know. I'm willing to help. If you have my PowerPoints from the AI thing, a lot of that can be used for the field trip forms. If you need help with themes for the summer or activities to link back to while you're going on the field trip and that type of thing, let me know. We're here to help. We want our kids to be going on field trips and having fun and learning at the same time.
Okay, and Ms. Bobo put a question in the chat. How will we know if our field trips are approved? If you mail them in, you should receive an approval form. If you haven't already received it, the approval form will come from either myself or from Alicia or one of our TAs, and it will have their signature on it, indicating whether your applications were approved. If you tell me when did you send them in? If you type it in the um,
Like I see DeKalb County, Rebecca.
okay, I'm pulling it up.
Crossville Elementary.
Crossville. You said it's DeKalb County?
Yes.
Okay. Crossville was received on email. Okay.
Mhm.
I'll call you. Um, well, I'll call you. Don't put your number in there.
She can
Uh,
send you a direct message.
okay. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Oh, well.
Anybody else have any questions about summer field trips? Um, I'm gonna throw it out there and say risk assessments. As much as we can answer on this, but if you need other assistance, then we can do that too.
Does everybody understand and make sure you have your signatures when you submit? Like all signatures. One of probably the hardest signatures to get will probably be the LEA, not superintendent, but that is one of the requirements because they have to know the assessment of the grant. So hopefully everyone is having success in securing um, the signatures. If you're getting any challenge, you all please let us know because we want to make sure that this moves smoothly for you. It's one of those things that has to be done, and we just want to make sure we're in compliance. So if you need assistance, now's the time to reach out to one of us, TA or Erica.
And then while I'm looking at this sheet for the approvals for field trips, I want you all to understand that field trips they're required. I wanted to say highly recommended, but they're required. And excuse me, and looking at this list of the number of field trips that have been approved for the summer, there are very few sites that have been approved for this summer. We have quite a few, unless you all are going to be sending them in on tomorrow. Just literally just looking at this, there aren't that many of you all that have submitted. Cohort 17 has done a better job than cohort 16, I must say. But in looking at this, we don't have a whole lot of cohort 16 that have submitted their applications or their lesson plans or all of their field trip documentation. And then another for CBOs, we have very few CBOs that have submitted lesson plans. So if you need some assistance, you really need to be reaching out right about now to let us know that you need some help in getting all of this done because field trips are required for the summer. And we said one per week. The children need to get out of the building. That's one thing that I really need you all to understand. And they need to get out of the building so that they're seeing things different than those four walls. I know that, sometimes virtual field trips that's an option, but we really want you all to expose the children to things that they would otherwise not see, during the regular school year. So provide them or look for things that you can share with them. And then when you're looking for field trips for them to participate in, 9 times out of 10, the places that you're wanting to go to, they already have those lesson plans for you. So all you have to do is plug it in or submit that as your lesson plan, but submit that the sheet indicating when you're leaving, how many people are going. Submit that with it, so you don't have to do the work if you know that the places that you're going to, they already have those lesson plans prepared for you. All you have to do is submit it. Okay. Okay, Tanya. Tawny, I'm sorry. All right. Are there any other questions or concerns about your summer programming or field trips? Are there any concerns about compliance monitoring and submitting it to Workspace?
I,
That's
I,
just for, go ahead.
I was going to say, I do want to remind everyone to make sure that there's some, I'll just talk about some common areas that we have found missing when it comes to summer programming. You want to make sure that you've had your orientation with your parents to make sure they understand your process, and to also, and that should take place before your program opens. And then you want to also make sure that you have your summer school safety plan. You know, make sure that it is addressing the layout of the building for the summer, because we know it's different if you're in the same building during the academic school year, based on your personnel changes and whatnot. So those are some components that we have had to probably put some TLC on when it comes to documents and stuff, um, making sure that we're in compliance, because that's a safety, a safety issue. It can cause you to have to temporarily pause your program if there's some things going on that you don't have in place when it comes to the safety and the well-being of the students that you're going to be housing. So those are just a few things we want to make sure that I know that I just thought about that when it comes to monitoring that we see. And do understand, those of you who are cohort 17, there's about to be a summer visit list that's about to go out, as well as some 16 sites, cohort 16 sites. So you'll be getting that soon, but definitely all of cohort 17 will be touched during the summer and for visits. And then you'll have some cohort 16 visitations as well. And orientation and how that process is going to look will come from your TA as well as our assistants, but that is about to be released. That schedule is going to be released about that. All righty, well, there's no more questions, so we're just going to go ahead on and end. You all know how to reach us if you have any concerns, anything comes up, and we're here to assist you. And we wish you the rest of the school year. I know you're anxious to get out like the kids are, and get some beach time in, some family time and friends, and enjoy yourselves. And just let us know if you need anything. Thank you, and have a great rest of the day.